Is there something you would do intentionally, or do you, like, as it comes to you, go, oh, this might be a way for me to expand my perspective? Or do you like, okay, a couple times a year, I want to do a trip. Do I go to conferences where I think it'll be different? How do you do that? How do you look for perspective?
That's a great question, Kirby. And actually, I do both. So I do at least once a year, sometimes more, sign up for some type of programming to help myself grow, whether it's Goldman Sachs 10,000 Business Accelerator or EOS training or Berkman training or whatever that is. So there's often a professional component. I sign up for a lot of women-owned business webinars and so forth. So I do deliberately seek it out. But in addition to that, it's the way I live my life. My friends often say I'm someone who says yes a lot, as often as I can.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to this place? Do you want to try this thing? Do you want to attend this fundraiser? As often as I can, and as often as my emotional and physical energy and the social energy allows, I try to say yes. And so when given the opportunity, I walk through the door.
I think that's great. Yeah, you and I remember you and I ran into each other at a strange airport one time. It was like, hey, I know you. And you were just coming back from a fun trip, I think. That's really cool. Okay, final question for you. This has been great. Who are some people that inspire you to be better, and how do they do that?
So I'm going to start, and this sounds a little cliche, but it's when I really reflect on this question, it's true, my kids. I could say, this mentor, and there have been a number of mentors and writers and friends who have been a good inspiration and helped me gain that perspective. But who, in terms of helps me grow and inspires me the most, it's my kids. I have two daughters who are incredibly different. I've learned how to support them and guide them and check my natural style at the door to be a better parent. And, the older they get, you understand this, the harder it is to say, this is what you should do, right? So you have to learn to adapt as a parent. And if you want to get that type of relationship that's meaningful and deep with people, you recognize that you might have to adjust a little bit. So they have really helped me grow the most. There was a hanging on my wall that says, I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. While we try to teach our children all about life, our children teach us what life is all about. And I found that to be true with my own. So they're the number one. I can also talk about my client stories and what I've learned from this crazy political environment and different people navigating it. Also, I could talk about my grandparents who were incredibly inspirational and a big part of my life. But when it comes down to it, what I realize is who's helped me grow and inspired me the most is my kids.
I love that because I think I found that to be true as well, because I find that I need to be a better version of me if I want to be a better parent. So I think that's great.
That's right.
Well, that's cool.
That's right.
Well, Shelly, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. Where can people find, I know you do leadership training, you do business training, organizational training. Where can people find out more about you?
Probably the easiest way is to go to our website. It's www.crossworks.com, but Crossworks is spelled a little tricky, so if you don't mind, I'm going to spell it out for you.
Perfect.
It's CROSWORKS.com. And that's the best way to contact us, and the place to sign up for a free call.
Yep. Awesome. Sorry. Trains are coming through. It's about that time of the day, but this is perfect timing. Shelly, I really appreciate you taking the time. This has been really fun and really, really, really good stuff.
Thank you, Kirby, and thank you for all your team's support over the years. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll see you next time.